Coaching for performance is the most effective framework for leadership that I know of. That's a big statement, considering that I was John Maxwell's very first team member. They used to call it the John Maxwell team when he decided to put all his content out there for coaches. I've been mentored personally by John. I've been personally mentored by Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Michael Gerber. And I'm telling you that if you'll grasp the concepts and the content, the coaching performance, and use it, that's why I'm here. You can read the book, but guess what? I've read the book 40 times, and guess who still needs to watch what they're doing when they're coaching? My goal for you is for you to become a phenomenal leader coach, to transform your leadership style, and to be able to then get people on your team that they will become phenomenal leaders. My goal for you, that you go from wherever you may be on this performance curve to the right side of it, that you become a transformational leader. What is a transformational leader? A transformational leader is someone who's, first of all, been transformed. And by the way, that doesn't happen just through consistent winning. Failure forms you. Trials transform you. Probably started all the way over here as a reactive leader. I'm always firefighting. And you're just reacting. You start to learn that, okay, I gotta own it. So you become more of a directive leader, and you're telling people what to do. You're showing them how to do it. And then you come to a place that, hey, maybe I could encourage people, empower them to actually do the job without my involvement. Hello, I love that. And they're more independent. There's challenges with all of these because, as even if you have people who are just so good, so independent, if they leave you, you got a problem. Who knows how to do that work? Who knows where everything is? Is it possible that a person who's really successful in your organization, you just let them rock and roll, that they'll develop their own culture? Yeah, that's corporate America right there. So where we really want to be is all the way over here to the right, which is interdependent. We are truly successful together. When we're working together, we can perform at a higher level. If you're doing this and I'm doing that and we're independent, we won't be as successful as we can be. You guys probably heard the illustration of the two Clydesdales. Each one could pull like whatever it was, 1,200 pounds or whatever. You guys could probably chat this. Lauren might already know this. But so you'd think that, you put them together, they could pull double that. But the truth is that I don't remember the exact stats, but it was way more than twice. I forget if it's 3 or 4 times. But when we're working together, it makes everything possible. Everybody's firefighting when you're the reactive leader. Then you start laying down the law, so to speak, and I just follow the rules. That was our culture when I had a manager that didn't believe in people. And then I started empowering people. I let him go. I started working with 3 leaders, and man, we took off. Performance went up. But we have to stay in the game and continue to develop that culture. My challenge is I want to just empower people and let them go. But guess what? They still need the leader around enough to actually communicate. So I can easily just be hands off, man. Just say, as long as the numbers are good, profit's good, everybody's happy. I mean, I got a turnkey business for decades, and that's my only question. Are we increasing in profits? Are our customers happy? Is our team members happy? That's it. And they don't need very much for me to continue to perform. However, that company doesn't grow a lot in sales. It grows in profits because we're always finding ways to tweak things. So now I want to do some bigger things. Notice that over here it says interference. There's a lot of interference when you're fighting fires. And then there's potential over here. And the performance equation, if you don't already know this, I want you to write it down. The performance equation is potential minus interference. Coaching is not counseling. Coaching is not therapy. Coaching is not telling people what to do. Coaching isn't even asking questions, although that's how you practice coaching. The practice of coaching is asking good questions, but really what coaching is unlocking people's potential. It's already there. Human beings are born to win, designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, endowed with the seeds of greatness. After all, God don't make no junk. Every human being on planet Earth has creating God's image, different than the animals. They have potential and God has a plan for their life. Our job to help them unlock that. We can't unlock it. We can't get them to do what we want them to do. So here's key point. Do they want to perform? You can't coach someone who doesn't want to be coached. Can I get an amen on that one? You can't coach someone who doesn't want to win. So there's a two-way deal here. So did you get the right person? Are they willing to be coached? Are they willing to be open? And many times they are, but we're not willing to, or we don't know the value of bringing that out of them. We have to, anybody who's being coached has to take the responsibility. It's their own personal choice to take ownership and commit to action. It can't be forced. This is the key. Like as I said earlier, we got to stop telling people what to do. Even if they did the wrong thing, we say, hey, let's raise the awareness. I see that this is going on. Can you tell me about it? Let's move to responsibility. Did you know that that's your job? And then move into self-belief, having confidence and trust in someone's ability. I believe in you. I know you can do this. Because if you couldn't do this, you wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't have asked you to take responsibility for it. So the only question is, do you want to take responsibility? So also keep in mind that if you paid attention to, my leadership training, that there's coaching someone who missed the mark, and there's 5 questions. Did you know that this is, or did you know that this took place? Did you know it's your job? Do you know how to do it? Do you have the time to do it? Are you willing to do it? Because it all comes down to whether they want to do it or not. And we live in a culture today that if I don't want to do something, I'll have to do something. I get fired, I'll just go get another job. That's not everybody's attitude, but it's a prevailing attitude. But then there's a different kind of coaching people up. So not everybody in my organization wants me to buy a company in South Carolina. Go figure. But Johan does. He's the one that's going up there once a month, and he's like, yeah, we can do this. I want to do this. Because he's going to grow personally. He's going to benefit from that. So now what I have to do is I have to get the other people involved and coach them through whatever it is that their interference, so that we can add an addition to our business and increase our performance. So the other kind of coaching is coaching people up. In other words, people have big goals, big dreams. It's not, they didn't mess up. They're not messing up. They're winners. And so if you want to move a winner, a consistent winner, into a superstar, now you have to coach them on that opportunity. So pretty much everybody here is probably wanting to train someone to raise someone up to be in a leadership position, to take some, not just to take some pressure off yourself, but also to create new possibilities, right? Because if you have someone on your team who can take some of your responsibility, then what can you do? You can start working on the business, take it to another level. Maybe you need some time off. Maybe you're overworking yourself, whatever. That's the key. And if you're going to grow, you need to develop leaders on your team. You can't develop leaders on your team unless you have developed yourself as a leader.